Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 38 of the Red Sea podcast. Dennis, as always. And today we are gonna touch on the clash that is later tonight. Uh, this show was meant to happen yesterday, but again, life got in the way. So I didn't want to just leave you all without a preview completely. And if you all are catching this later tonight or tomorrow, um, even after the post game, so we can all look back and see how this preview ends. Of course, playing a Rangers side that is relatively in the same boat as us, as a club in general. Of course, our records are identical with 3 games to win and a loss in the Europa League, with Rangers standing 11th and us standing 12th right now. And with a win today, we don't secure it, but our chances for a much needed top 8 spot and a ticket right to the round of 16 of the Europa League would go sky high, dare I say. Um, the teams aren't only similar in form right now, but there is some similarities in play style as well, with both teams having more or less a tendency to go out wide and focus a bunch on a bunch on crosses. So we'll see that probably on both sides. So the fullback and winger form for both sides would be a very, very uh, important aspect of the game. Uh, both, I'd say that another similarity for both teams is that both fullbacks and uh, wingers, at least as a majority on both sides, have performed very, very well in the past three Europa League games. Uh, I'd say that the players to more or less keep an eye on for this Ranger side are Tom Lawrence, Cerny, and Bayrami, who all play more or less behind the forward in a 10 and winger role in a 4-2-3-1 usually. And as a collective, they scored 5 and assisted 1. We are gonna have to do some very good worked defensive work today, some very well planned defensive work, not necessarily only from the back four, but our midfield is gonna have to be uh, on point today. Defending wise, we do stand bit a bit better, especially in the ball is recovered aspect, where we have 154 to their 127, and we have 15 blocks to their 9. Of course, that's only Europa League stats that I am mentioning. Kostas Zolagis is also on much better form than the Rangers keeper, with 13 saves to his 4, with goals conceded 2, but Lunch 4, and with 2 clean sheets apiece. Um, as I said, these two teams are on a very, very similar boat, with, of course, us standing right now fourth with 5 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses in the league, and as I said, 12th with 2 wins and a loss in the Europa League, and Rangers standing third with 6 wins, a draw, and 3 losses in the Scottish Premiership, and one spot above us with an identical 2 wins and a loss record. So, mentioning this more and more, today's game looks more and more like a must win than it did before, in my opinion. Uh, of course, our results in the Europa League are a loss 2-0 to Lyon, the incredible win against Braga, and the away achievement against Malmo with 0-1 score. Now, the Europa League results for Rangers. They have also beat Malmo away, but they did it with a 2 goal difference with 0-2. They have lost to Lyon quite embarrassingly so, meaning that with absolutely no disrespect, with 1-4 at home. Uh, and they have beaten our next opponent, which is uh, FS FCSB, Steaua Bucharest. They have beaten them 4-0, who we play away. Our last result, of course, was that nervy win that we touched on last episode. If you haven't caught last episode, please do go catch it, which was a 2-1 win against Panserikos. And Rangers getting some momentum as well with a 2-1 win versus Motherwell in the Scottish Cup semi-final last time out. Now, offensively. Offensively, we stand very, very similarly as clubs once again. With us having 4 goals with 3 in the box, and the Rangers having 7 with 5 in the box. Our attempts are 36 with 12 on target, and Rangers are at 55 with 17 on target. Um, our corners are 10 apiece. Our offsides are way worse on our side, with 14 to 3 on the Rangers. Passing accuracy, we are slightly worse, but both teams do have a very, very solid, very respectable percentage, with us having a 75% and the Rangers having an 83%, with passes completed for us being 843 from 1,115, and the Rangers having 1,043 from 1,252. Crossing accuracy much worse than passing accuracy for both sides, with 26% for us and 37 for Rangers, with us standing at 12 out of 45 and Rangers standing at 16 out of 43. And in general, possession on the past 3 games has been very balanced for both sides, with Rangers having bang on 50 and us having 46.3. It's a very tricky game. It's a very unpredictable game, both on paper and uh, I'd at least imagine on the field. Um, J 7 has J7 has thrown out some instructions for whoever has the pleasure of attending. I sadly can't attend once again because I will miss the first half completely, because of uh, me being out. And yes, I am more than sure that they will have created something amazing that we will all marvel at once again. And I'm sure that the atmosphere once again Same with the Braga game, and same with a lot of games, especially European games lately, will hopefully urge the team on to getting that much needed victory. Uh, my predicted lineup for today, more or less, is Jolakis under the sticks, Rodine with Regis and Carmo, with Pirola at left back. I have Pirola to start, as do many people, as have Greek media said as well, with Costinha surely coming in at some point to replace Pirola, with, of course, the dynamic duo of Ese and Mouzakitis, with Chiquinho at the 10, Martins and Velde. I do have Velde starting on the wing, and El Kabi up top. Now, my predicted uh, lineup for um, Rangers is a 4-2-3-1 as well, as I mentioned before, with Jack Butland under the sticks. I probably Tavernier playing with Harry Shooter and Balogun, Shefte, Baron, Raskin. As I mentioned, Cherny, Lawrence, and Bayrami, and the Serge, if I didn't butcher that, uh, up front. There is, I'd say that the thing that is most on the line today is momentum, because whoever wins doesn't only jump the other team, but there is also a massive, massive chance, uh, of course, depending on other results, to jump into even the top 4 or 5. Uh, there is a lot riding on today's game. There really is a lot riding on today's game. And for us, I'd say there is even more riding on today's game because we need momentum, not only uh, speaking Europa League wise, but we can't forget that we have PAOK away on the 10th in 3 days on Sunday. Uh, then, after the national break, of course, the team can regroup. There may be some changes, this and that. We do have Ike at home coming up immediately after the national break. And then we have a game that we shouldn't underestimate in the slightest, which is Steaua Bucharest away. And heading to Steaua away, we need to hold as strong as possible because I'd argue that this is our toughest run of 4 games the whole season, uh, at least for a while, because then we do have Ofi, the cup rematch, then we have Volos at home, then the very tricky match against Twente, and then up until the second round, of course, there is more or less a start against mid-table sides, excluding Aris until we get to, for me, the second toughest match of this group, which is Porto at the Dragao. So yes, there is a lot riding on today's victory, both for our future in Europe and for our performance um, in the league. We will also see what will happen on um, Sunday lineup wise with today, given who plays, who doesn't, who gets rest, who doesn't. The ideal scenario, of course, would be to wrap up this game at the earliest possibility, so we can arrest the people needed and ride this game out calmly for once. and not have a nervy game for once this season. Um, of course, to one today, calling it. That's a prediction for today. Mm, 2-1 makes sense, but as I just said, I'm really hoping for an unnervy game today, so I will go ahead and say something that is hopefully not too delusional, but still quite positive, and that is a 2-0 victory, a comfy 2-0 victory. And I'll give my original scorers that I predicted a few days ago when I was chatting with some people about the game. I'll say El Cabi and Chiquinho get the 2 goals. I'm really hoping for. I can already see Martins assisting at least El Cabi for a goal, but I'm really hoping Velde plays, and I'm really hoping Velde does something. The ideal scenario, of course, would be for Velde to score for a third game in a row and keep his momentum going, of course. It's a whole different, massive boost of momentum for you to score against Rangers in the Europa League game than for you to score in the Cup against Califea or in the league against Olympiacos. But it's still 3 games in a row with a goal if Velde scores. Uh, I'm also really excited to see Pirola back, even if he's forced to play at left back. Of course, that's not a certainty, but even if he does play at left back, I'm happy to see Pirola back. And that's about it. That's about it for this quick little preview. I would have loved to go on for a bit longer, but I need to be off very soon. But as always, I didn't want to leave you all with absolutely nothing. Wherever you can catch, wherever you want to catch me, it's all in the description. Of course, you can like and subscribe here. Um, the episodes do go up on Spotify aside the Chronicle series, which, of course, if you haven't caught it, the Red Sea Chronicles is an interview series with either other creators, people of the football world, of the basketball world, with affiliated with Olympiacos, or even not, that I will keep doing as often as I can, but not often enough to completely overdo it. And I'll make sure to get people on that both you guys will enjoy learning about and get something more than just entertainment out of, and people that I think are worth for me to show to you guys so you can go check them out as well. Of course, episode 1 was with the football stadium show. Uh, if you haven't seen it, go back. It is 2 videos ago. Uh, as I was saying, episodes do go up on Spotify few hours after the live streams. I am on Twitter and on Insta with constant updates and immediate interaction if I can help it, of course. Much reactions, anything and everything will be mostly on Twitter, but on Insta as well. And also, the Patreon is down below if you do want to go check it out. Um, that's about it. Post game, so will either be late tonight or tomorrow. So I'll catch you all then. Thank you for all your insane support. I'm so grateful for all of you.